Good morning. Hi, my name's Andy, the property Web-Ber for property information here in Spain, which we give out on a daily basis. We've got a database from 1993, which is incredibly useful, especially if you're looking for product. Today's Monday, the 20th of November. We do this in English for our American and European customers. So let's get started. There's loads today to get through. Okay. Let's go to our summary page and kick off. Supermarkets opening up in Seville, Madrid and Malaga. Always interesting because it affects retail values and residential values. On the hotel side, Barceló and NH. It's going to be a big one. And a group, well, we've got a deal that went back in July where a group bought 45%, so 55% of a hotel in Barcelona. Now it's just taken over the other 45%. It's got 100% now. 55, 45, 100%. There you go. Okay, interesting. And we should have put that as a deal as well today, but we haven't. But we'll put that as another deal. Touristic apartments, yep. Well, apparently they're starting to crack down now, and they're actually starting to ask a lot more information, or they're going to be asking a lot more information via the police, which is going to be policed, and that's going to be trying to get them up together with the hotels. So let's see whether that's going to affect the amount of people who are going to be using their stuff for touristic apartments. General side, developer in the residential market in Bolsa. And let's see what happens with the Serie de Agencia Medicamentos. Let's see what happens with Barcelona. The donut. Again, what's going to be happening there? Crowdfunding. 20 developments, and a bank has just got a subsidiary developer with a load of land, setting up that. University here is opening up a new campus in Madrid, development, concrete, do the figures, and Sarib has is going up to a JV with a development company to do 100 residential units in Seville. On the Vencimientos side, contracts that might be coming up for renewal or come out for renewal or in the next 6 months. Carmona Sevilla in the Naves, 7,500, a grand in Madrid, consultant company 11,000 coming up, 1,500, a leisure company, and a tech company with another 2,000 coming up in Madrid. On our easy property side, which we have the rights to the mark in the whole of Europe, a shop up in Avenida Mediterráneo, quite an interesting one there, and in Dr. Izquierdo. Okay. On the gossip side, Canadian cafes are entering Spain, so they're going to be, big time hard, looking for a load of retail units in the whole of Spain. Luxembourg Fund is also bunging a load of money into a franchise here for some more restaurants. And a restaurant chain, they've got problems in Barcelona because they're discovering that a lot of their licenses are really valid. Watch that space. It's actually a big chain, so watch that space. And a very big international alimentation chain has put 2 of its chains of beers on the market. Interesting stuff. Right, hotel pisos turísticos. There was a company or a family had a building in, or has a building in Calle del Carmen. They tried to get pisos turísticos there. They failed. They weren't allowed a license. Interesting, because it might be worth giving them a buzz to see what else they want to do with that building, especially taking into account all the retail that's happening at the moment down there. General side, a director, sorry, I'm missing out an R there, director of shops, and quite a big name, has left a company, and this in Barcelona, and now they're doing a complete restructuration of the executive committee there. That's interesting stuff, two sides. On the offices, Hubert has got to let some stuff off in Manateras, good job. Hotels, a family has just given 27 years for one of their buildings in the centre of Valencia, where somebody's going to be doing, thank you very much, where somebody's going to be doing a hotel, 5 stars. Interesting stuff. Glasses. The reason I'm sort of like thinking is because I'm thinking in Spanish, trying to translate it in English, and it's getting a bit confusing. Okay, glasses chain is opening up their first retail unit in Spain, in Prime Madrid. Watch that space, because they're going to go into Zaragoza doing the rounds. Okay, so maybe worth giving them a buzz if they want any help. Navis of a fund, which is international, has just bought logistics in Zaragoza. Now, they bought this from a fund, and that fund bought this Navi in 2009. You can see that because you can go back into our database and see that. Now, we'll go back and see the deals in 2009, but it's interesting that 2009, well, still the last bits of a boom. So, but it's interesting to be able to go back, see the deals that we've got here in 2010, 9, 11, all in the recession, and then ring these people up to see if now they want to start selling, because they must have bought cheap and they want to start selling. Good way to look for product. Okay, on the offices side, services company has just rented out a building in La Florida. It's interesting stuff, because this building is built in 2011 and probably has been about 5 or 6 years empty. And this street has got a lot of empty buildings or a lot of space available. So very, very good. Those guys have rented out, I think, about 7,000 square meters. Good for the market. Again, we're going down Castellana. We've gone down Castellana and just got the rental deals. So a publicity company has rented out a building in Castellana. Financial companies rented out 500 square meters. Consultant, around 500 square meters. Consultant company, another 320 in Castellana. Logistics company, 3335 in Castellana. Tech, 625 in Castellana. And another investment deal. Again, interesting. A company that is tech company, maybe call them tech. They are having a couple of financial issues at the moment, and they've just done a deal, or agreed a deal with a bank. Now the bank's the one of the people who lend them money to sell their head office here. It's an interesting deal, because another investor was actually behind them and offered a lot more money, but it was turned down. They decided to go for the bank because the other investor wanted 3 years guaranteed on the sale and lease back. The bank hasn't asked for that, which maybe might mean that the bank might be doing a flip. So watch that space. We'll give the bank a buzz to ask them if they are doing the flip. Okay. Now, other fund has just bought a hotel in the north of Madrid. 7,000 square meters? 8,000 square meters? Can't remember. Where they're going to be converting that hotel, interestingly, because normally it goes along the other way around, the hotel into offices. So it's going to put another 8,000 square meters into the market in a couple of years' time in the north of Madrid. Okay, on the sites, a fund has bought site in residential land in front line of Ben Al Madina in Malaga. Okay, and a developer has just bought a site for about 95 residential units in Valencia, near Ciudad de los Artes. Interesting because this site, a couple of years ago, was sold within a Cartera portfolio deal. Now, what we do always with a portfolio deal, we get the portfolio and we split it all up into the individual deals. And the reason we do that is because in the future, like in this case, somebody's going to be coming in there and buying individual from the portfolio deal. So somebody should have been using a bit more proactivity, rang these people up and said, what are you going to be doing with that? Because these guys aren't residential developers. They got a good deal selling this, and now they've sold it on to a residential developer, making quite a lot of spondoolies, I think. Okay. The interesting thing about this as well is there's 3,000 square meters of retail there. So if you're looking for 3,000 square meters of retail near Ciudad de los Artes, you know where to look. Okay, residential side. A fund has bought a residential building to do BIBS, residential in Divino Pastor. Okay. And that's connected with this deal as well, because the same fund. Okay, on these market studies, going down to on the coast to see what's going on down there, with 3% up of what's been going down in the whole of Spain. Now the interesting thing is where we can go into the deals. So if you go into the deals, for example, those people looked in 2009. So we go down to 2009. They're the investment deals that happened in 2009. You go into the industrial side, you can see those are the deals that happened in 2009. You can go into any one of those deals, pick out who bought, bring them up, give them a buzz, see what's going on, and see what they want to sell. 2009, go through that, 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012, probably all the way up to about 2015. Right, phone, give me a buzz. Got anything to say? Give me a buzz. Got any gossip? Give me a buzz. Send me an email. Okay, looking forward to hearing from you. Signing off today. More fun, but not with flags. More fun tomorrow morning. Okay, thanks for listening. Catch you later.